everybody, and welcome to the Sense of Humor podcast, where we talk anything pop culture or anything that interests us. We're your hosts, Tyler, or Multimite, and Travis, or Phantom Voyager. Say hi, Travis.
Hi, Travis.
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
I was say, welcome back. I am now officially in the original recording place, so I'm back. We're back to normal and everything. Um, but well, excuse me. But obviously, small talk, like any pop culture news, any news about your life, anything that interests you recently.
Um, Not really. I mean, I'm excited to see the new How to Train Your Dragon movie. That looks really interesting to me. I don't know if you've seen it or if you haven't, but I kind of like it, even if they changed a couple of characters. But it still looks really good to me.
Yeah, no, I agree. Honestly, at least compared to Lilo and Stitch, like holy crap,
Yeah.
I heard so many, not only so many, but I feel like I've only heard bad things about that movie, which is really disappointing because Lilo and Stitch was one of those movies that I grew up on. Like it was like an early 2000s released animated film, so obviously I kind of grew up on it. So for them to go and, you know, kind of do what they did to my mom's like favorite Disney movie, Snow White, like and butcher it completely, like I feel like they say they're gonna learn from their mistakes, and they don't. They
They never
really
do.
don't. They just get the same dumb writers, they get the same dumb directors, and they fumble it so hard. Like
I
they've
just
kind or sorry, go ahead.
No, you can keep going.
Well, I was just gonna say like they've kind of learned with their other franchises, like Marvel and Star Wars. They kind of like are grasping like, okay, this is what the fans want, but they're not doing that with their own IPs. So that it's just mind-boggling.
Yeah, I just feel like sometimes, some movie productions or just in general, some movies should never become live action. Like,
Yeah,
if
for
they
real.
really wanted to do a live action movie, they could do Atlantis. They could do Treasure Planet. Those would be decently good live action movies. But a movie like Lilo and Stitch or Snow White should probably just stay
Yeah, no,
animation.
I honestly agree with you there cuz like I feel like they could change a lot. Like obviously don't change the entire plot or like the characters 100%, but like keep the premise of the film from the original the same. But if they like added more, which is kind of like what I pointed out I think when we talked about it last week was instead of changing some things like it from the previous film, make it longer than the original film and just add more, like add
Hmm.
more detail, add
Like
more like
backstories.
yeah, like they kind of did that with Belle in the live action Beauty and the Beast. Like it kind of showed like a little bit about her backstory and how her mom passed away because she was sick. And I think they did some more backstory with the Beast as well. But
Yeah, they did.
yeah, so like stuff like that, like do it that way, cause like I know a lot of people didn't like it and whatever. Like it's like it was pretty like relatively good. Same with like Aladdin, like different enough, but like still that like
Enough to feel the same.
I was gonna say that nostalgia that just hits good. So I don't know, like maybe that's just from like pretty casual Disney fans. Like I wouldn't say like I'm on the hype train of everything Disney, but I still, again grew up with a majority of Disney films and stuff. Oh, why am I hearing myself? Hang on a minute.
I don't know. Good question. Why are you hearing yourself?
They changed the the app a little bit. I don't know if you've seen it recently, but
On Twitch?
they've yeah. Okay, there we go. I found chat. I found it, and there we go. Um,
Hello, chat. How you doing
yeah.
today?
So yeah, if anyone wants to talk, they can now. I'm hoping they just filtered out bots more because I feel like that's all I get in my chat is like bots, and then they follow me for like a day, and the next day I see I'm one follower short because they weren't a real account.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Like it's weird. Whenever I stream, this is kind of a side note, but when I stream, like
mhm.
I'll like the viewer logo or like the eye or whatever, and it has a number count.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I always get like one viewer, which is it's not like it's only one viewer. Like I can have more than one, but it's just like I will stream and then like usually at about like 3 minute mark, one viewer will be there and it's there for the whole stream. Even if I'm like, because occasionally I will admit to you guys who are watching, if you guys want to watch me, I don't do this all the time, but occasionally I'll accidentally like be like, oh, I'll be right back. And then I'm gone for like an hour doing something around the house because I got my ADHD and it sidetracked me. But then I come back and the viewer's still there, and I'm like, there is no in way that you're still here, and you're not a real person. You can't be.
Yep, and the exact same thing happens to me. So I'm wondering if it's like a Twitch employee that like kind of jumps in and is like, "Oh, what are they up to?" or like monitoring us or whatever. Or I'm wondering if it's a bot. Again, like maybe there's bots that just kind of like catch the attention of like up and coming channels and are like, "Okay, I'm going to keep an eye on this guy and notify whoever programmed me to throw back information out for whatever reason." Like, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is, but yeah, it doesn't really concern me, but it is
Mm-mm.
weird. Like, it's just kind of there. Um, but I have a couple of things before we get to the actual topic as well. So a couple of cool announcements. They showed the main three stars of the up and coming Harry Potter live action show.
Ooh,
The
okay.
three new kids, they look pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. Like Ron is dead on with the red hair.
Okay.
Hermione's got the, shaggy brown hair like described in the book, and you got like little pale Harry Potter. Like they all look like they'll fit the part just fine. And if
Is
anyone's
he
like
wearing his glasses in the picture? Like they're
no,
circle glass.
so
Oh, okay.
yeah, so no, they're not in costume. It's just the three actors, and I think it was Max that posted it, or whoever is in charge of like the Warner Brothers stuff. But yeah, they're like introducing like this name, and this name, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like I could actually probably pull it up because I think I took a screenshot on my phone. But
My phone's on the charger, so if you send it to me, I won't get it.
oh yeah, no, I'll just say it right now, but I'll send it to you later because my phone's about to die too.
Okay.
Um. Oh yeah, so Max posted, "Dear Mr. Potter, Miss Granger, and Mr. Weasley, we are pleased to inform that you have a place at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry," which I think is really cool. Like they did the little letter intro, and then these are the actors' names. So please welcome Dominic McLaughlin, I think is how you pronounce it, as
Okay.
Harry Potter, Arabella Stanton as Hermione Granger, and Alistair Stout as Ron Weasley. But yeah, no, they all look like they fit the role, and I'm
He
actually pretty
sounds like a
excited.
Weasley.
Weasley, let me guess. Red hair,
Weird.
hand me down robe. You must be a Weasley. But yeah, I'll send you the picture of the three kids because, yeah, no, like, even what they're wearing, like, the kid who's playing Harry Potter, he's wearing, like, a blue sweater, and I'm like, that just, like, feels like something Harry would wear. So yeah, no,
Mm-hmm.
I really like the look of these actors and actress. Like, I think they'll do a good job. Um, but anyway, back to the. Oh yeah, one more announcement. They also announced the original actors of both Iron Fist and uh, Luke Cage were spotted near the shooting of Daredevil season 2, which I am
Ooh.
so stoked because we might be getting basically a Defender season 2 with this Daredevil Born Again season 2, which is what a
Okay.
lot of people rumored as well. Like, we've already seen the actress for Jessica Jones. She's
Yeah.
on set in a comic book accurate costume, which I'm really stoked for.
So
So,
this is, I mean, like I've seen it all the way through. But anyways,
mhm.
at whenever Daredevil goes, we're gonna need like team or whatever, and he like looks at the city and it pans over towards the city.
Mhm.
Do you think in the season two they're gonna bring in the Defenders to help Daredevil and Born Again?
They got to, cuz
Like,
like it's
there, I don't know who
literally
else.
well, and I mean also like what he said like we're going to need an army,
Mm-hmm.
and not to mention there's a lot of street level heroes in New York, like specifically New York in the comics.
Yeah.
And even maybe outside of New York, like in one of the episodes he comes across Miss Marvel's dad,
Mm-hmm.
which like maybe he'll ask for her help. I don't see a character like her in being in an MA show, but then again, I want someone like Spider-Man in an MA show
I
with
could see
Daredevil,
that.
so yeah, like it's just like it's a matter of like what Disney's available for, if you get what I mean. Like
Yeah.
obviously, they'll probably either tone it down a little bit in this up and coming season, or who knows, maybe they'll go full on brutal and actually kill off some heroes. Who knows?
I
Like, I
feel like
mean,
they would have to go brutal because it took him half the season to become like brutal Daredevil again. And when he did, he like fully came out. Like he let everything out. So I feel like they'd have to because he was already blood hungry, and then she told him not to go in. Like he was already bloodthirsty.
well, and here's another interesting fact. Sorry, one more thing because I just remembered it. For like, do you know the new title for Spider-Man 4, the new one with Tom Holland?
Uh-uh.
So it's called Spider-Man Brand New Day, and there are two supposedly not even just rumored, like possibly confirmed, both Hulk and Punisher are said to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
What?
Yeah, I was like, wait a
What?
minute. Like we're getting Hulk and Punisher,
How
and
are they gonna
not
tie
only
into it?
well, and also like does this mean like Sony and Disney were finally like, all right, put Spider-Man in Daredevil season 2 or season 3, who cares? Like is Punisher going to go to Spider-Man and be like, "Hey, I have a friend who needs your help." Cuz the city's
Oh,
on like completely against vigilantes now because
yes.
of Wilson Fisk. Like so that would be interesting to see.
Well, I mean, you
Uh,
got you got to. I don't think he could though, because like whenever Daredevil was gonna go fight Wilson Fisk, Punisher was already inside getting beat up from his team.
oh, did you not see the end credit scene?
Oh yeah, that's right, because he broke out of the cage because he convinced the one guy to stick his hand inside the.
Yep, to shake his
Yeah.
hand, literally
Uh-huh.
breaks it and steals the keys. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
remember that.
Punisher
Yeah.
is out.
Yeah, but that
So
this, but I'm wondering if it's like, yeah, like he's obviously out, but I'm wondering if he's like out and he's inside of the base, or if it's
I
like
think he
they have him
left.
locked up in the city somewhere.
Like he's blood hungry, but like I think he's smart enough to know like I'm outnumbered. Like I need to go get, you know,
Reinforcements.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like
Okay.
whether that's his own weaponry or if he's actually convinced to go get Daredevil and his team. So, but we'll see. Um But yeah, so to kind of move on to topic though, like after all that awesome and exciting like news that kind of came out, like I'm more pumped for Marvel and like even Star Wars. Like I'm really looking forward to the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Like we haven't heard a ton on it, but I am excited to see that movie.
Yeah.
But today's topic is a game
A
that a lot of
game.
you are probably familiar with. Yes, I
Okay.
thought I'd take a little book or a page out of my brother's book. Not exactly a game show because you don't have an opponent, but you do have me, and we'll kind of play it together. And this was an old trend, like way back when. But would you rather?
Oh no.
Yeah. So
Oh
I
boy.
downloaded a Would You Rather app similar to the website that most YouTubers and stuff that I watched actually played it and everything. Like the Would You Push the Button or Would You Rather or, like what's more popular or whatever the actual title of it was, like what's more trending.
Okay.
Um, but I thought that'd be kind of fun to do while we're, doing the podcast. So without further ado, first, would you rather question, Travis? Would you
Sure.
rather say howdy or say hello? And I will say,
Is
like,
is it like forever or is it just like
I'm assuming it's like saying, like, what would you prefer in a greeting? Like, would you rather
oh,
say howdy or would you rather say hello in a greeting to someone?
I mean, honestly, it depends on where I'm at, but like preferably I'd probably just say hello.
All right, hello. I would also say hello. Not much of a country guy myself, and I mean, like I wouldn't like specifically say how. Well, you know what? I will. Country, howdy's a country saying,
Hmm.
but we both say hello. Now, I will kind of like talk about. We'll kind of discuss like a little bit in detail each like decision we make.
Okay.
Um, like obviously not a whole ton, but I will also say like, the percentages because it is like real-time percentages of like agree and disagree. So, but it looks like we were with the majority. 64% of people would rather say hello,
Okay.
which I think is pretty reasonable to be honest.
Yeah, honestly.
Alrighty. Would you rather get stung by a bee or have to touch a wild tarantula?
Tarantula.
You'd rather touch the tarantula?
Yeah.
I
I'll tell you why.
honestly,
It's because like the tarantula is minding his own business for one, is not wanting to attack me. And if I just go up and tap it and touch it, I can run away quickly. If I'm quick enough, it won't bite me. But if I get stung by a bee, that's a guaranteed pain. Like I'm already guaranteed getting stung. You're guaranteed dealing with the welt and the pain of the sting. So I'd rather touch the tarantula.
well, and that's kind of my question. How aggressive are tarantulas? Like, are they pretty
Well,
aggressive?
when I was younger, me and my other friend Joe, we used to go and just like we were really weird kids. We'd collect or try to catch lizards or any other random creature in the mountain, and we caught tarantulas. Um, and I mean they don't really. I mean they will bite you, but like they're not scary. They're just fuzzy spiders. Which I mean I guess is scary to some people who are I think it's called arachnophobia or whatever. But I don't know. I don't think they're that scary.
Let me are
But some tarantulas, if
aggressive.
their hairs can be poisonous. Some of them. I don't know if all tarantulas are like that, but I know some of them can.
Okay. So here's some interesting things I just pulled up. So, tarantulas are generally not aggressive towards humans and prefer to avoid conflict. They are more likely to bite when they feel threatened or provoked. So, I guess tapping it could be considered provoked, but would that bother them like a ton though? Like,
I
I
feel
mean,
like
unless you like accidentally hurt them, but it just says touch a wild tarantula, not like,
grab
like
it and
smack
stuff.
it or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
But
like if you just like tap it, I feel like you normally like you know how when you tap like a normal random animal or creature, how they'll just like stop and turn to look at you. I feel like that's what it would.
But get this.
Okay.
If a tarantula does bite, the experience is usually no more painful than a bee sting. So it is as painful as a bee sting.
Okay, so at that point you might as well just get a
But,
bee stand.
well, and that's what I'm wondering. Because if you're not allergic, to bees, then I guess you're fine. But I know a lot of people are allergic to bees and pollen and all that sort of stuff. So I would feel like a lot more people would go with touch a wild tarantula. Plus, there are a lot of people that actually like enjoy tarantulas as like pets and
Hmm.
companions and whatever. So I'm gonna also say tarantula because, well, I'm a Spider-Man kind of guy, so one for the team. Oh my gosh, we were we were 1% off.
Really? Ah,
So
so neck and neck.
51% would rather get stung by a bee, while 49% would rather touch a tarantula. Interesting. Okay.
That's wild.
Okay. Next question. Be unknown, but do amazing things that would change the world, or be popular, but do no good.
Wait,
Oh
what?
my. Yeah, that's literally the two questions. So be like completely anonymous, nobody knows who you are, but you do amazing things that change the world, or be popular but do no good.
Oh gosh, I would rather do the other one because at least I know I'm doing something good for the world, even if I'm not being seen. But I feel like the other one is like people know who you are and they know you're messing up. So I'm 100% gonna go with the first one.
Same, because, like, here's the other thing, too. You pointed out something, like, pretty humble, honestly. Like, you know you're doing something good. Like, not everyone and their grandmother needs to know what you're doing at all times,
Hmm.
especially good deeds. Like, if I found the cure to cancer but didn't get any of the credit, sure, whatever. That means a lot of people would be avoiding getting out, like, a terminal, like a cause of death, like basically, like they could
Yeah.
avoid death and enjoy some more years of their life. Like, how would that like not be beneficial to everyone? It's kind of the other thing too, like where like if I had to die or 100 people had to die, and someone I knew was the one that held the trigger, like basically is like, okay, kill 100 people or kill me. I would tell them to kill me because it's like you may know me personally, and I'm not a terrible person or anything, but like it's the better of two evils, basically, sort of thing. But
Yeah.
in this case, it's a better of two goods, or one's good, one's like meh, like be
Yeah.
popular but do no good. So I don't know if that means necessarily like you're a terrible person, like like the whole
Maybe it
good
might be like
or
bad
no
luck.
press is bad press. I feel like it's more so like you don't pursue things like charity, or like you don't do anything but for yourself, like
Okay.
obviously. So kind of like some
Be a hero,
celebrities.
be it or be a villain type scenario, I guess, in a way. Okay.
Yeah, so I would agree, be unknown but do amazing things. And 60, how did more people not agree with that? 66% would rather do amazing things but no one knows what they do. But then another, 34% would rather do like, or would rather be popular and not do anything like good for the world. Like, what is that? What is that mentality?
Yeah, like
I'm concerned for the human race at this point. Like, and it could be like all memey. Like, I'm sure, like, because there are comments. I'm not gonna read them or anything, but I'm sure people are like jokingly memeing, like, "Oh, we should all vote for like be popular but do no good, because at least I'll be known for something." It's like, all right then. Um,
like you do you.
yeah, but we did choose the majority because there is a good amount of good people, which I'm totally fine with. All right. Now, this one's a little bit tough for me. I don't know how tough it'll be for you. And I know a lot more people would choose one of the two, but would you rather play Uno or watch TV?
Like with friends,
I feel like, yeah, friends. Like, I
oh,
feel like
okay.
either or could be done with friends. Like, I think it's like an activity like that's kind of on your terms, but if it was between one of those two activities, what would you rather do?
I honestly, this is probably gonna sound like fake or whatever, but I'd probably want to do Uno.
No, yeah, I agree. Like, I will say this: if I were doing it by myself, I would probably rather watch TV because
Yes.
like that's kind of for me and my enjoyment. But if I were doing one of these two activities with friends, I'd probably rather do Uno because, like it involves all of us. It's not just like because like, some people may not even like feel like watching a show or a movie or whatever have you. Like I feel like that's kind of an important thing to point out. Like not everyone's gonna feel the mood, and I mean I'm sure plenty of people don't feel the mood for Uno either. But like at least you're all involved and probably doing more than just actually playing the game. You're probably interacting and talking with one another and socializing and such. But yeah, no, I definitely would say Uno like with friends, but if it was by myself, I would watch a show,
Oh yeah,
watch
100%.
TV. What do you think got more though before we
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with the polar opposite. I'm gonna say Uno.
you think Uno got more?
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately you are incorrect, but not by a ton. Like 58% would rather watch TV while the other 42% would rather play Uno.
Oh wow. Okay, that's pretty wild. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like if they did like a more
In depth.
yeah, like maybe like a starting question is like after work, would you rather play Uno with friends or watch TV? Admittedly, if it was after work, I'd probably rather
Definitely
watch
TV.
TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if, like it was my day off and I had nothing to do, I'd probably invite friends over for a game of Uno. Why not? Alrighty. Would you rather be a school bus driver or would you rather be a truck driver? And I'm assuming this means like semi truck, so you're delivering and, you know, traveling a lot.
Okay. This is gonna sound wild. I actually drive past a lot of school buses on my way to work now, and I'm like,
Mm.
well, looking at the school bus drivers, and I'm like, it'd be kind of nice to be a school bus driver. Like, it would suck, but like, I feel like I could handle it. So I'm gonna say school bus driver,
You're going to say
just for
school
that
bus
fact.
driver?
Yeah.
Admittedly, I'm going to go the other way. So, because I'm, like I'm single, I don't really have like a special someone like you at home, so like traveling wouldn't bother me. I'd be willing to do long distances including outside of state. So I think being a truck driver would be kind of adventurous. Like I think I'd have fun being a truck driver. And if everything's on my terms, like if all I'm doing is like dropping off like deliveries or materials or whatever the cargo is, then yeah, no, I think it'd be a lot of fun to be a truck driver. I was a Domino's delivery driver for like half a year, I would say, and I enjoyed that a lot because like my job was basically driving, and although I wasn't necessarily driving like far, it was kind of fun to just be on the road listening to music or listening to a podcast, just kind of with my own thoughts, like just kind of thinking about like things in depth or whatever. It was almost like meditating. It was almost peaceful in a way. So I think I
Yeah.
would enjoy being a truck driver a lot. Um,
Okay.
I'm
I
sure,
honestly would have thought
again,
you were gonna say bus driver, but
I mean, see, I have nothing against, kids or anything, but they are loud, especially like I think both elementary and, teenagers, I feel like they could both equally be like super loud and obnoxious and try and get the attention like and it's like, I don't mind that, but like I think after a period of time it would get pretty,
annoying.
annoying, yeah. So I don't know. I don't think I would like being a bus driver to be honest.
I
Like
would honestly be that bus driver that's like, if you're annoying me, I'm not gonna yell at you. I'm just gonna turn my music up.
I
Like,
think yeah, I was gonna say I think if I were like in the school industry at all, I feel like I'd rather be like a teacher. I think it'd be fun to teach kids things. Like it would teach them to possibly find their careers or their paths in life, like whatever it may be. Like, because I would probably be something like an art or history teacher, or even what is it? English teacher. So like writing, art, or history. Like I think those are
Okay.
like the three things I would like to teach. But yeah, no, but yeah, let's see the results. Oh my gosh, right down the middle, 50-50. 50% would
What?
rather be a bus driver, 50% would rather be a truck driver. Interesting.
I would have never done either.
Honestly, I thought it was going to go more the truck driver, but like I kind of pointed out, you have a fiance at home, so it'd probably be tough for you guys to be, far apart all the time. That would like cuz I'm sure like truck drivers have to like travel days, maybe even weeks on end, and they probably rarely get to go home. And maybe I'm over exaggerating like, the distances some truck drivers have to drive.
I
Really
mean,
depends
some
on the
drive
job.
literally across the whole country, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But also, I would also point out too, though, is like I'm not a huge fan of big vehicles. Like I've never been good at driving things that need a bigger turn radius, if you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
I've never been good with that. So I definitely get or understand like people's points of views on either side. So the 50-50 kind of makes sense when I think about it a little bit more, but yeah, no, I'm honestly surprised it didn't lean a little bit more towards the truck driver. Alrighty, would you rather only eat green grapes or would you rather only eat purple grapes?
Green.
Green?
Yeah, I'll
You
say
like the
green.
sour grapes better?
Hmm.
I'm also once again kind of on the opposing. I prefer purple grapes. I really like sweet more than sour to be honest. Like I'm a huge fan of Sour Patch Kids and all various sour flavors, but yeah, when it comes between those two, it's the same with apples. Like I prefer a red apple over a green apple, but yeah, no, I definitely understand the appeal of like sour fruit and everything. But green grapes. Oh, but you got the upper hand this time at
Yeah.
52%.
Yeah.
Oh. And then 48% would only eat the purple. All right. Would you rather die knowing your partner didn't love you? Oh.
Oh man, that's hard. That's
Or
means
die
you'll.
knowing your wait a minute. Die knowing your partner didn't love you or dying knowing your partner loves you? I'm gonna choose the
That's
one
obviously.
knowing that they
Yeah,
love me. Why
that's
would I want
pretty
to?
obvious.
I was gonna say, at least I'll die happy knowing, like, oh, someone loved me in my life. Why would I want to know someone didn't love me? That's horrible. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, die knowing my partner loves me. Yeah, okay. You 28% people are insane. You
Yeah,
guys
that's
are
nuts.
miserable.
Because they're
What
just
the heck?
trying to be mean to yourself at that
Yeah, that's like self-hate at that point. I want to know they hated my guts before I go to the grave. It's like, what the freak, bro?
point.
It's like actually sad. Okay, but yeah, 72% would rather know that they love them, and the others would rather know that they hate them or didn't love you, I guess. That is awful. Oh my gosh.
It's horrible.
Um, would you rather poop your pants or would you rather pee your pants?
Oh, pee, 100%. That stuff will dry up so much quicker than poop.
I would agree, but they both smell awful, and I have sadly done both. Like, not even joking. And I don't even know if you know this, but I crapped my pants on the way to a field trip during high school.
Really?
Yeah, so
Was
it
it like the
was.
end of the year type field trip?
No, no, thank goodness. Because if I was at Lagoon, like
That
all
would've been
day
horrible.
in crap pants, dude, I would be
I
miserable.
was about to say, homie, if you did, you could have just said something. I would have bought you some pants.
Yeah, no, so, and I don't even know if this is any better, but it was on our way for something in biology. Like, I think it was, I don't
Right
know, but I
before,
just remember it was a 45-minute drive away from where we needed to be. And
motherfucker
I
was late
thought,
for him.
yeah, and I thought like I was gonna, like be able to hold it, and also if I, didn't join up with everyone at the bus in time, they'd leave me, and I didn't want to miss out on the field trip because it was a large portion of our grade. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'll just hold it. And not even like, I don't know, 15 minutes in, I already needed to like really go. And I was like on the verge of getting up and telling the bus driver, like, hey, can we pull over at a gas station? But also, I felt like if I moved any more, I would like crap right then and there. And then I think halfway through, I try to go up. I didn't even make it past the second row in front of me, and I
Oh
just crapped my
no.
pants.
Oh
And I
no.
just sat back down in a seat by myself because I was like, they're going to smell it. It's going to be terrible. And then right after that, when we got to our destination, I went into the bathroom first thing, threw away my boxers, and then just used soap and water to get whatever went through the boxers on my pants. Like, it was so bad.
That's
I'm
horrible.
I know. I'm pretty positive people knew too, because poo has such like a potent smell, like that's awful.
Yeah.
So if nobody knew, I would be genuinely surprised. I think Alex knew because he was there. I think Andrew was there too, but I don't know if they actually both knew if I like shat myself or not. Cause yeah, no, I went into the bathroom for a while. Like I came back out and the teacher and my group that I was supposed to be with was there. And they're like, you good to go?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, just upset stomach." And just like completely lied to him, like making him think
Technically, you had
I
an upset stomach.
well, and yeah, like if you hold it too long, like yeah, obviously like your body reacts in a way where like it does what it needs to do, and I didn't let it do what it needed to do at the time, and that was my fault. So obviously I was miserable, my body hated me, and the rest is history. But yeah, I would rather pee my pants than poo my pants cuz I've done both. It is definitely worse to poo your pants. And I'm not just talking about as a kid, I'm literally talking as a high school student that, made a really dumb mistake. And 84% would agree with us peeing your pants over pooing your pants.
Good. I'm glad there's still hope for humanity.
Okay, this one is cool, and I find it kind of funny considering the skin I'm wearing. But would you rather fight in a medieval war or would you rather fight in a modern war? I would
100%
rather fight
medieval.
same. Dude, like
100%.
if I could wear knight armor and go into battle with a sword and shield, that would be so cool. Like obviously not legit cool like where like, we're fighting a war, but like I feel like and maybe I'm like underselling the skills of a sword and a gun, but like I feel like it's easier to master a sword than it is to master a gun, in my opinion at least. Like maybe I'm completely wrong there, but I don't know. Like if I had to go in with no experience and probably fight against people who were trained, I would probably rather fight a medieval war. Just
Yes,
saying.
that's exactly my standpoint too. I was like, because for one, like nowadays war, like you have to have combat training and experience knowing how to use guns and everything properly. But like with the sword and the shield, you basically just swing, hit, miss, and dodge, and you can
Yeah,
basically survive. So like that's the more unexperienced route, and I would much rather take that.
I agree full-heartedly. Let's see. Oh my gosh. 46 people would rather do the medieval war, while 54% would rather do the modern war. interesting, but you know what? Not as many people are interested in medieval war as much as like us, I guess. Because
Yeah.
that's the other thing too, is I find like talking about Legends of Knights is a little bit more like I still like reading up on stuff like World War II and One and stuff. Well, and that probably sounds bad because it's war and a lot of people died, but you guys get what I meant. My interest kind of like outweighs. Never mind. I'm not gonna say anymore. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Probably a good idea.
But yeah, I'm surprised, but also not surprised. Like I think if people thought about it, and again, maybe I'm discrediting sword fighting more than I should be, like, because I know it does take a lot of skill to fight with a sword, especially a sword and a shield. You basically have to learn fencing while also having the strength to throw down a metal weapon that is that you're also carrying like metal armor on and stuff. Like obviously you can choose to you know, like different versions of weight and armor and stuff, but like for the most part, a lot of armor that's actually going to protect you is like heavy and bulky. So, but yeah, moving on, sorry. Would you rather write romance books or would you rather write romance scripts? So, would you rather write a
Mm.
romantic movie or a romantic book?
Um, I would honestly probably rather write probably a movie because I feel like it'd be quicker and easier to write 'cause you don't have to put too much thought into it.
I
That's
mean,
my opinion. I mean, like either way, yeah, you have to put thought into it, but like,
I will say, like, I've written both a script and a book, like short stories and scripts for both English class and just for fun. I will say scripts are harder to write, but they are more fun to write, I will say. That's the only difference I would say. Like they're fun, but they're a little bit more difficult to write.
yeah.
But personally, as a wannabe author and storyteller, I'd rather write the romance book and then go like if someone wanted to make my book into a movie, I'd be there to supervise the romance script rather than write it myself. And 52% would agree with me on books, while
Oh
48% would
man.
agree with you on scripts. I'm actually kind of surprised. I was honestly thinking scripts were going to be more because, yeah, like you said, like it is more fun, but it is more difficult. So I don't know if that's like what people are taking into actual account or not. All right. I'm going to skip this one because that one's dumb.
Okay, that's fair. I guess I don't even know what the question was, but that's okay.
It was me or he. And I'm like, what
Oh,
does that mean?
yeah, I don't know what the heck that means.
Okay. Would you rather live in the forest for your entire life or live in China?
That's wow, okay. That's pretty just like in the forest or China. Like it could have been like in the forest or the beach. Um, I'll say the forest. I feel like I would feel more comfortable and happy and relaxed more in the forest than I would China. I love their culture and I love all the stuff that they do. I appreciate it and love it. But I would probably just feel more comfortable and more relaxed to be in the forest.
I'm just gonna admit it right now. I'm not a people person, and China being one of the most heavily populated places on the planet, I don't think I would enjoy it very much, to be honest. Like from what I understand, it's pretty heavily crowded over there. I could be again over exaggerating something I like minusculely know on, but I agree with you, Travis. Like you know me, I even built a log cabin in our server, and honestly, I think that's what I would live in. Is I think it'd be really cool to live in a log cabin in the forest by myself, or if I have a significant other, then with them or my family or whatever. Like it'd be fun. Like I think it would be really interesting because it doesn't like specify like are you alone in the forest in your entire life? It could be a forest community for all we know. Like there could
Yeah,
be a neighborhood or yeah, again, just live in a completely different country. So, and I don't know the language and so yeah, I'd rather live in a forest because it also doesn't say like you can't leave the forest
I was
either.
about to say, like,
So,
you could still go get food or go do stuff, you know.
yeah. So, I'm going to say forest and oh my gosh, another 50-50.
That's insane. I mean,
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Like, I mean, there could be, like again, like China's probably I think the majority of the population on the planet. Maybe I'm, you know, missing out on facts or something, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Like they are the most populated country at least. But
I think
yeah,
China is the most populated, like, place. So,
yeah. So I would say, I mean, honestly, I don't have an entire preference or anything like in terms of countries or anything. Like I could live in a forest in Ireland or maybe even a forest in China itself. Like I wouldn't mind living in a less populated forest if they had some. So, and I'm sure they do. Like it's a big country, so.
oh yeah,
But yeah, again, I'm kind of surprised by the 50-50. Okay, and I like this one a lot too. Have more time or have more money?
time, 100%, because time's one of the most valuable things in the world.
I would agree. And honestly, I think if I had more time, I could eventually make more money. But if you take away time as a variant like altogether, like you don't like have a chance. Like you like just literally don't have the chance to possibly, make more things or design more things or like be a entrepreneur of something, like that's kind of the goal for me right now. I kind of briefly mentioned it to you, and I'll probably talk about it more as it progresses. But I've thought of starting up a company recently, and I thought it would be kind of fun because my idea, and I'll tell you off screen, Travis, because I think it would be cool to talk to you about. Um, but in terms of like having more of that time to work on like projects and stuff, that would be super beneficial for me personally. Like, I think I would not only enjoy life more knowing I had more time, but again, like, it would give me the opportunity to make more money.
Yeah,
So, yeah, no, I'm going to say more time.
yeah. I think about it the way, like, the Click movie is like the
Hmm.
dad wanted to, like, hurry up and get like what was it wasn't like he wanted money, but like he wanted to, like, hurry up and get a project done and stuff, and he ended up getting like a time machine remote that could skip forward through time, and he ended up doing so much, like, skipping forward, that he basically skipped to, like, his whole death and missed his whole kids growing up and all this stuff. And so I 100% would just pick time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But what do you think everybody else did?
Money. I'll be honest.
You're,
It's this the world. Just 100% money.
yep, and you're correct. 55, 55 more 55% would rather have money, 45% would rather have more time. And sadly, I understand where people with more money is coming from because money kind of does buy you time in a way, like because it doesn't really like necessarily explain like do you get like more of a life or anything, but I assume that's what it's meaning. Like if you can do a lot more in a little bit of time, then I'm all for it. But yeah. Again, dumb question. Oh my gosh. All right. So, would you rather have silent farts or have odorless farts?
Oh man, I was hoping it was gonna say louder. Um, I would so I guess with that answer, with that comment, the second one, I would rather have odorless. No, actually, no. I'd rather have the smelliest fart. I won't lie.
Um,
I'm a
I'm gonna
100%,
say,
especially at work, dude. Like when I'm using the bathroom. Okay, this is kind of a side note and TMI, I guess in a way. But like I was using the bathroom, for example, today, and my one of the shop manager guys was like, he's like, "How many times are you gonna use the bathroom today? Two, three?" And I go, "It doesn't matter. I can't control it." And anyways,
well, and
so I
also
did
that's
it.
the healthy amount, like
Yeah,
two
and
or three
so.
times a day.
I did it like twice, but the second time he came in to like be a smart butt about it, you know? And like
Mm,
he comes in and as soon as he starts to open his mouth, he plugs it like you can tell when someone plugs their nose and they sound like this.
yeah.
He did that and he walks out and he's like cussing and swearing. He's like, "Holy cow! Who killed someone in there? That's ranted. That stinks." And I walk back and I walk out and I go, well, you know, if I went two or three times a day, it wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah,
But
honestly
anyways,
though, because
so yeah, I'd rather go with the first one. Sorry.
I'm gonna say it right now, like being on a diet, it makes your like farts stink bad, like especially as you're like eating better, like because it's like getting all the bad stuff out of your system, like it's floating it out. So I have really bad, you know, stank farts. So I would rather have odorless. Like I wouldn't mind if they were like heard. Like for the most part, mine are already kind of quiet. So like I don't try and like I don't I don't show my what's the word, like territory or domination or whatever. Like I don't show my authority through my gas, but I know some people do, and it like my boss stank ass farts, and he does it so loud and like no shame that man. Like he's married with kids, so it's understandable. He doesn't really have much to lose,
That's fine.
but yeah, no, he
Because
yeah, no, he
this is another side story, I guess, tailing on with this one. But ever since I had found someone, it's kind of just a competition at this point. I won't lie. But
Hey, I mean again, no judgment. Like
just
I
like Scooby
I
Doo and Shaggy, you know. Are you challenging me?
yeah, no, like it's more of like like people take it in as comedy. Like admittedly, I don't find fart comedy as like funny as like, I did when I was younger, obviously, but like, like I don't like discredit people for enjoying it still cuz it's like that's just kind of inner child speaking louder than, you know, like a moody adult that's like, oh, so immature. It's like, okay, just calm down there, bud. They're, enjoying life for what it is. Like, no need to be such a piece of garbage about it. So, but let's see.
Mhm.
61% would rather have silent farts
What?
and 39% would rather have odorless fart. What is You know what? All right, whatever, man. Like
Okay.
do no harm, I guess, but like, holy crap, I did not. I thought it would go silent, or I thought it would go odorless farts, to be honest. Like, what do people think it's gonna be like a cannon every time they fart, but it doesn't smell? Like, what does it matter? Oh man, that's goofy. But yeah, no, I'm kind of surprised that it wasn't odorless. All right. Oh man. Okay, so I don't know anything about the second one. You might have to explain it to me, or maybe you don't know either. But spend 10 years in prison or spend 5 years in Guantanamo Bay. So, do you know what that's referring to, or what?
Um, inner me knows, but I don't know enough to describe.
Okay,
Um,
I'll. Should we skip it then? Should we
yeah.
just? Okay, let's skip it. All right. Now the big question is, would you rather milk or would you rather water?
I would rather milk.
You'd rather milk?
I'd rather milk.
Well, as someone who works all day in this blazing summer heat, I'm gonna say water. I cannot live without water. I freaking love water in the summertime. I will worship water if it was a person. But yeah, no, I love water. And quite frankly, humans can't live without water. I
True.
mean, I know like, milk is kind of filtered in a way where it's not 100%, literally like says like 1 or 2% or whatever. I don't know how much it's filtered down from like, the cow's udders, but it's
Like,
filtered enough where we can process it ourselves.
this is gonna be wild, but I put creamer in my milk.
I mean, that's totally fine. I heard that makes milk taste good. Like it's like chocolate milk, right? Like you put chocolate syrup in, it's like it's gonna taste like chocolate milk. You
Yeah,
put creamer in, it's probably gonna taste like vanilla milk or something, right? Like it's probably like a vanilla flavored creamer.
yeah, it's
So
just
no
good
no
stuff.
judgment there, bro. Yeah, I was gonna say no judgment there. Sounds delicious. I would probably try it at some point. Alrighty, and the answer was water. 72% people would rather have water, where 28% would rather have milk. Oh man, okay, interesting. Because I thought these kind of go hand in hand sometimes, but here are the two actual questions: be famous or be rich?
So both are like selfish questions, I guess, in a way. Great.
I wouldn't I
I
wouldn't
mean,
say
not say
selfish.
selfish, but like,
Like if you're selfish with whatever you have, like if you're using your fame for selfish reasons, sure,
okay.
or if you're using your riches for selfish reasons, sure, but a lot of people with both kind of do some good with it as well. Like,
I
like
would I would rather
in
say just be rich because if I'm rich, I can help other people. Or I'm not trying to make myself sound like a super nice, kind, honest man. I mean, I am, but like I would honestly just rather have more money instead of being famous. Because being famous, like, yeah, you get money, I guess, in a way, but like I would just rather have money. I guess I got bills to pay, man. I'm sorry.
No, I definitely understand where you're coming from there. Again, I thought these are kind of like hand in hand with one another. I feel like if you can become famous, you can become rich. With being rich, like kind of like what you said, like you could still do some good but not be famous. It kind of goes back to that whole like, you know, like do good things but no one will know who you are versus like do no good things and but everyone knows who you are. So I would personally, because this is coming from a streamer, like the reason why I kind of do this is because I've always wanted to build a community, not necessarily around me, but just kind of like, some of my favorite influencers like Vanos or Markiplier or whoever else that I watch. Like the reason why I do this is because like I think it's a fun idea to build a community, to build people with similar interests or people that just, genuinely enjoy one another's company. And, like, I mean, heck, some people have gotten, like, married or become really good friends over, like, people's communities, like Markiplier and Vanos and stuff. Like the many comments I see in, like, videos of theirs, like, or, like, Markiplier went up in PAX or whatever, like, one of the cons. And during their panel, they literally had a guy propose to his girlfriend on the stage, which I think is pretty crazy cool. Like I was like, wow. And they say like, "Oh, we met through your guys' content. Like we met on YouTube like through the comments section and then we met in real life and became best friends and now we're like in love and dating each other." Like I think that's like it's cool stuff like that. But also like Markiplier has the power to like, not power, I should say, but like he kind of has that influence over a lot of people that, want to follow what he says, and he's donated to plenty of charities. Like he's like gone on stream kind of like what we do, and he's given the money to charities and stuff for the greater good. So I feel like either way you can do good, but I don't know. I think being famous would be more fun in doing good, like if that makes sense. Like I'm sure you could find a fun way to do it while being rich, but you can also have no worries while being rich. So I don't blame anyone for picking the, no um or picking the money over the being famous. But I personally would rather be famous, and I definitely understand. Like you said, you have uh, bills to pay, so totally understandable.
Oh,
And let us
100%.
see.
I bet you it's gonna
So,
be money.
yep, 67% agree with you, 33% agree with me. Again, not everyone, like, back then, everyone wanted to be a YouTuber. Now, like, rarely anybody does, and anyone that, like, if you tell anyone, like, I've told plenty of people, like, oh, you're one of those people still. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I think it'd be fun. Like, it would be fun to, make content for a living. Why not? You know?
Yeah.
Like, I have stories that I want to tell people and hopefully inspire people. Like, Stanley inspired me with Spider Man, or George Lucas inspired me with Star Wars. Like, just stuff like that. It's kind of what I want to work towards. Um, oh, okay. So I think this will be the last question, and it's going to be a hard one for both of us,
Oh no.
because this revolves literally around both of us and literally our day to day. But would you rather play Minecraft or would you rather play Fortnite?
Are you serious? That's the
I
question?
am not joking. Our last question is literally Minecraft or Fortnite.
Oh, 100% Minecraft.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm
say
not gonna lie,
Minecraft
because
as
like
well.
Minecraft's I've been playing a lot longer than Fortnite, obviously. But like I don't know, just Minecraft is like Fortnite's fun. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Fortnite's not fun at all. Like that's not why I'm saying 100%. But what I'm saying is like it's I don't know, it's kind of like Fortnite is fun even when you play with friends. Yeah, it's just like it gets boring after a while very quickly. But with Minecraft you can go from one project to another project and not really get bored in my opinion, but
Well, and I think I said it on yesterday's stream. Like, I deleted it because I felt bad for, like halfway through the stream I stopped talking. But um, I said literally to you, like, when we were talking about, like, who was the first of our group to play Fortnite, and I was like, it was you. And when you first told me about it, I literally compared it to Minecraft Hunger Games. So, yeah, I literally compared a game I was already so familiar with and enjoyed to this one. I love both equally in retrospect, but if I had to only pick one, which I'm assuming is what this question is asking, I'm going to go with Minecraft because yeah, like Travis said, I feel like it's a lot more sociable. Like this game can cause you to be a good team and everything, but in terms of like actually like, enjoying yourselves like as a friend group, I think Minecraft's the way to go. Like 100%. It's like a board game, like you can socialize and have fun at the same time playing the game, Like it's just one of those things.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'd 100% say Minecraft in my opinion, but
yeah, and let's see. Yep, 68% would rather do Minecraft, while 32% would rather do Fortnite.
I won't lie, that did shock me. I was expecting, considering this generation, I was expecting it to be mostly Fortnite than Minecraft. But the Minecraft movie also did just come out, so
I mean, to be fair, like I think with like the people that still even remember Would You Rather, I feel like that is kind of more of our generation though. Like I think like the generation you're referring to, like the one before ours,
hmm.
kind of like a little bit younger, but like old enough to know like what, Fortnite is and everything. But yeah, no, I'm honestly not surprised because I feel like our generation revolved around Would You Rather and Minecraft. So, but anyway, thank you everybody so much for watching or listening or both, whatever you are doing to see our channel right now. If you guys have not already, please go check out Phantom Voyager on Twitch and on YouTube. I believe he's still Griffin Shock on YouTube, but if not, look it up under the same name, Phantom Voyager. O not in the Phantom, and E not at the end of Voyager. Kind of how it's spelled on screen right now. He does some
Yeah.
awesome, unique content compared to mine. Like, he plays some single player campaign games, which is really cool. If you guys ever like story oriented games more than multiplayer games, I think you'll enjoy his channel a lot. He's also just an overall funny guy and a fun guy to hang out with. So, yeah, if you guys haven't seen me already, like, me and him play pretty much all the time, if not all the time. And, we just, enjoy doing it together. So go check him out. If you guys haven't checked our YouTube channel for Sense of Humor Podcast, you can look it up literally under that name at Sense of Humor Podcast on YouTube. Has all our previous episodes, and we'll have new episodes uploaded when I can. I normally say Monday, but I'll sometimes forget, or I'm just too busy to like get to it right away. But I do upload it as soon as I can, and as soon as I have like, thumbnail and etc. all ready and ready to go. But anyway, that's besides the point. You can also check me out here if you guys are already here watching the live stream. I stream here more than just the podcast. I'll stream Minecraft, Fortnite, etc., all sorts of games. And then, a lot with Phantom Voyager and my other boys. We all game together, and yeah, not really much else to say. Just hope you guys are enjoying this, and I hope you guys enjoy our content as a whole. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.